Wideside Sports. Gobble, gobble, bitch.
Happy Thanksgiving.
This will be the day early. This is going to come out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. For all you...
Maybe I'll do it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you get tomorrow off?
Yeah.
Cool.
Off.
Awesome.
I think I even have Friday off.
Do you?
I don't think I go back till Monday.
That's awesome.
It's not
awesome
bad.
for you. Good for you. Yeah, that's great.
I'll probably end up going in. But I have other employees that are going to be there. So,
yeah.
I don't want to be
that guy yet.
That guy.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially been there for 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, what's been going on, man?
Oh, nothing. Basketball's starting up, so we got that going. And
probably got a game this week.
Yeah, got a game Saturday already. I've been practicing for, I think, since football's been done, this may be the 7th practice.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No, yeah. Yeah, 3 days last week. Scrimmage on Saturday last week. 3 days. Yeah, this will be the 7th day. Today was the 7th day.
That's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah. Yep. But it helps, varsity wise. We only had 3 guys playing football. That would be, giving meaningful varsity minutes. So it helps a little bit that way.
I always thought that was weird in high school because, there's several schools that have good basketball programs around here that don't play football.
Yeah, I know.
And then you catch them in the opening week of basketball season.
Yeah.
And they're on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like,
yeah,
we're getting our ass down today.
And then you got those.
We've got 7 practice in with our football.
Yeah. Well, then you got those good schools who, have a really good football program, and they're not good till January. It takes them a few weeks. Then they make their run. So it's it would definitely be an adjustment. If we can continue the success we had in football of how we would adjust going forward and everything like that. 1 year out of 5, 2 years out of 5 that we've football's made the playoff. It's one thing, but if it's a continuous thing, then you may get some more basketball guys to go out for football, and vice versa. So,
well, I mean, 100% got to have a successful program. It's that more people play, especially a smaller school. It's like if you're a shitty team, nobody wants to play.
Exactly.
But then you start getting some wins, and it's like the borderline kids start going out.
And it'll be the 3rd year in a row that we've had a winning football team, and so now. This past year, we finally got over the hump a little bit with some of those, more athletic kids that never played before. And then hopefully this next year we can really, get 2 or 3 more and then continue
double
that.
Hump it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Double hump the numbers. Exactly. And that's the goal, to get everybody playing every sport.
Yeah.
Because you got, the school that I'm at has just athletes galore.
Well, and I think that's a discussion to have because there's so many kids in high school, and it's parent driven or whatever. And I think some coaches want it to be that way of, hey, you're a basketball player, I want you working on basketball all the time, and getting then that specialist.
Yeah.
But any time you hear a scout, whether it be college or the NFL, and they're looking at kids, they don't even look.
Yeah, exactly.
At single sport guys.
Yeah.
They want you. We want you for basketball. You're a good football player. They want you playing multiple sports.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is, and I read an article on that, is just injuries. The same, being an ACL issue for basketball players that I think the NBA even tracked that of kids that taken surveys of kids that only played basketball and then went through college and get into the NBA. And in that first season or 2, they're down. I mean, it's just because they've just been beaten up. Yeah. And they don't take, even NBA players anymore, they don't take time off.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was in that article. I'd read that when they said that once the season was over, Michael Jordan he wasn't playing basketball. He'd go play golf.
Exactly. Do something else.
However long before the season, he'd pick a basketball up and start working on his game.
Yeah.
But again, Michael Jordan. So... I mean,
exactly,
it's like either best ever. Maybe didn't have to work as hard. I don't know.
And I'm lucky. The 2 head coaches I work for football and basketball, they push it. they push. They're not just like, oh no, you need to just stay with my sport. They both
push
do
what they
good. Yeah, they push it real good. Yeah, they try to get all the players to do both sports, and that's nice because I don't have to fight with one or the other.
Right.
I don't. Football, I don't have to tell him, we should come play basketball, and he's in the back end of him because no, just play football, and then vice versa with basketball.
And it feels like that. Obviously, football numbers for small schools are down.
Yeah,
but I was always kind of a baseball guy, and baseball numbers in small schools is just
it's atrocious. Is.
If you can have one guy for your bench, if you get like a 10-man team. And you're hoping two of those guys can throw, so because now when I was in school, they didn't have there wasn't pitch counts and that stuff didn't exist. You just threw every game.
Yeah.
So, and now my shoulder, as far as lifting straight up and maybe throwing the ball these days, does not operate at max capacity. So, if I do it, and I had to take a couple days of
some
getting
ice
it together.
I
don't ice it. I'm not a bitch.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My bad. But the pitch count hurts the small schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the worst part.
We booked you a doubleheader. What's that now? He can only throw 65 pitches. I didn't even get us to the 5th inning.
Yeah. And he can't do it again?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's the pitch count anymore, but it's days in between games. I think that may be the rule change. It could still be both, but
I think there's a pitch count trigger.
Yeah.
That if you get over so many pitches, you can't throw for like 2 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which, again, if you got one really good pitcher, you're only playing him against, around here, you're only playing him against league teams. Because that's like, that's your first step is to obviously win your league.
And then that last week, he probably doesn't throw at all.
Yeah, leading up.
Because you're going into a tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, so you really got to, that either it makes you a better coach or it just pisses you off enough to where, you don't care.
I wonder when that gets to, because it's always a struggle, and football is one, baseball is another, and football just because the brutality of it. And I guess not brutality, but injury,
it's a grind,
of with these smaller schools that they just don't have the numbers in the student body.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're looking at freshman through senior, you've got 58 boys.
Yeah,
it's tough to field a football team. Of when will they allow some of that? I know they have the 8-man football and stuff like that now, but when would they allow some schools to kind of combine just for sports?
Yeah.
More and be like at a club level.
Yeah.
And it really wouldn't be recruiting. It'd just be two small schools that are kind of close to
an agreement. Yeah.
Just let us get some numbers together because, you're going out there against teams. You got 18 kids on your football team. Hey, everybody's playing both ways. If it's a safety thing, which everything that gets done, anything with football is all about safety.
Yeah.
Except they don't care about that. I don't even know that there's a minimum number that you have to field your team, except for
11.
You have to have 11.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
That didn't make sense to me that the state doesn't say, look, if you ain't got 18 kids or 20 kids or whatever, you're not playing.
Hell, my senior year, which would have been, 6 years ago, one of the games we dressed 13 because of kids were hurt and a couple of kids were sick that game or whatever.
Yeah.
But we had 13 kids in shoulder pads.
I want to say my freshman year we had 17, and my sophomore year had 16.
Yeah,
I mean it was.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
and I still didn't play because I sucked at football. That's why I made the shift to golf. And then I wasn't great at golf, but I could get by. I could get that varsity letter.
Yeah,
it's good enough to do that.
Yeah. But that is the worst part, especially the small schools and a lot of the kids anymore. If you do suck, they're like, "What's the point? Why go out?"
Yeah,
And that's the bad part.
Get hurt.
Exactly. And I don't want to hurt myself. So,
and I see a lot of trying to. Obviously, there's schools that do it a certain way to where they don't. There is no midget, Pop Warner, whatever you want to call it. There is none. That they don't play football until they get to junior high.
Yeah,
and I heard somebody I think is doing that. They're doing away with that, and they're just going flag football until you're in junior high.
Which I like that.
I do too.
I do like it. That's a lot of shit going on, and you're burnt out by the time you get to high school.
It's too much.
It is. It's a lot.
It's just too much.
It's a lot.
To the point where they got like third graders on the team. They
don't even know how to play football yet.
For one, maybe we shouldn't be whacking their skulls around at this point in time.
Exactly.
I mean, And two, I've seen, because I had nieces that were cheerleaders, so I'd, go down to the game and I'd see kids out there playing football that they were barely big enough to like support their helmet, to hold their head up of like, well, maybe you shouldn't, but, and then that it's kind of what they say is once you get to junior high, football is for the kids. It's for the actual player.
Yeah.
Everything before that, football is for the parents.
Oh, for sure.
It's, because the kids don't care. And actually, by the time when they get into 7th grade, hey, I want to play football.
Exactly. That's the desire too. Yeah.
You go in as a 5th grader and get your bell rung.
You don't want to come back.
And then have to start running sprints. I'm done.
I got my ass beat. Now I have to run for it. Yeah, that's the worst part.
So I kind of gobbled up my knee.
Yeah.
When I was in 6th grade in that.
Gobbled up. Nice Thanksgiving. Nice.
Come on. Yeah. I can't do that shit.
It's okay. I can't either.
That's why I can't hunt turkeys, because I can't call them in. There's got to be an app that I can just hit.
Or just a call.
Yeah. I don't.
A box call.
So you want me to buy it? Come on now.
You would buy the app.
Oh, I'm sure there's something for free. I'll just get on YouTube. Somebody's had to have filmed it. Everything you need is on YouTube.
That's a good point.
Just take a Bose speaker out there and just start hitting it. Boy, that is the loudest turkey I've ever heard. It was 6 miles away. That should solve high school sports, though.
I think so.
Everybody play everything.
Yes, that would be great.
I always wonder that and I'm sure it is, but one, outsider's perspective, I'm not a coach.
Yeah.
Although I'm the best at it when it comes to this. I solve everybody's problem.
Yeah.
Even though I've dealt with none of them. AAU needs to go.
Okay.
I on the basketball side, well, obviously they don't do it in football, but on the basketball side of it, it's just, and it gets in there, and that gets into that recruiting and that stuff, and guys shifting teams, and it's always the private school, public school. What you watch a state championship, and hey, they have these 5 starters that were not even in the school district last year.
Yep.
Kids from different countries, and I want to wave the. Well, it needs to be fair. Everybody, not like a participation trophy, but you're building all-star teams.
Yeah.
And the AAU thing kind of helps start that because these kids,
Exactly.
And it's, let's just call it, I don't want to come out and say shady.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's greasy. AAU is greasy.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's where anytime they have problem in college, it all started in AAU.
Yeah.
And it just... And again, obviously I have friends that have kids that are playing and that stuff. It's too much.
Yeah.
It is way too much.
I have no problem with AAU. I think there needs to be a cap.
Well, I mean, you're wrong, but okay.
I have no problem with AAU, but I think there needs to be a cap, like a time of you get 2-3 months. That's you don't. It's not an all year around thing. It's you got this much time. That's it.
Yeah.
From whenever basketball season's over, you got that month off. So you're thinking from May to June, May to middle of July, something like that. Yeah. And then you're done. You're not continue to go into August. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying?
It just doesn't seem like I'm, now I've been out of school for 20 years.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like the summers were so busy for athletes to where they don't have a summer of, it just seems.
And there's that fine line of we want to go and, work on our stuff for it to roll over into the next season.
Right.
But at the same time, we want to give them a break. That way they're not burnt out on it. And there's always that fine line between, when to stop and then how much to do in the summertime too. So.
And that's it. Just now on the other side of your coaching thing of could we agree that 7-on-7s are a waste of time?
I do personally hate 7-on-7s.
It just doesn't seem, because we both, have a friend that's a coach talking about how good their team's going to be coming off their 7-on-7s. Like, well, there's no pass rush.
Yeah.
You get 4 seconds. Is that what it is?
4 seconds.
4 seconds, which you never get, especially in high school, unless you have this, unless you're a state qualifying team against, some Lola. You're not getting 4 seconds.
No.
So you're back there for 4 seconds with no hands in your face.
No.
Guys running a route, and high school cornerback's going to cover man up.
Yeah, exactly.
For
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
No.
So, man, we slung it all over the field. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
So did every other team that played.
7-on-7 is an offensive thing.
I don't know. We scored 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's really
so the other team.
Yeah. Yes. And I think there's ways to, we went to a 7-on-7. We didn't call it a camp. It was a day thing. 8 teams, not a huge one, and there was a pool play and then tournament. Well, the way they did their ruling benefited both offense and it helped the defense out. So that one wasn't as bad. It was a point for, every 5, it was a 5 yards and above was 1 point. So if they catch a little out pattern and you touch them, they didn't get 5 yards, it helped the defense out. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It wasn't
Gotcha.
And then you still had your 20 yards to get the first down. And then, let's see, picks, interceptions were just as much as touchdowns.
Yeah.
So it helps out the defense there. And you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't all offense. So you kind of get a little bit of defensive, help with that. But overall,
and
I hate them.
As an outsider of because who gives a shit about points?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it means nothing.
Uh-huh.
We won the 7-on-7. Oh, do you get a trophy?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no.
Which
you do, but
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but whatever.
The only thing I'll give it to you is on timing.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback can work on timing with receiver with against a defensive back that's not one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that.
Yeah, you have but you're going against another opponent instead of going against your own people every day. That's good.
I think maybe it'd be better, working on that. That okay, they have 4 seconds.
Yeah,
but as a coach, you're clocking them at 2.5.
Yeah, we want the ball out quick.
2.5.
Uh-huh.
You got 2.5 max.
Yep. And it also helps the quarterback, especially I liked it this year more than any other year because I had a sophomore quarterback who had never played varsity quarterbacking before, so he was able to, see a coverage. I still don't. He still, we're not sure if he understands different coverages.
Right.
But it's hard. He's a sophomore. But it was able to, okay, they're in man. This is my route combo. This is what I'm looking at. They're in cover 2. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. So that aspect of it, it's a learning aspect. And then that was really the only positive I got away from it.
Yeah. And that's, timing.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. Yeah. Timing.
I personally like more of a joint practice kind of thing.
Yeah. Going against people and going a little, maybe not full live, but we're kind of going live.
You get a little pop in there with, especially for your offensive lineman. You don't get, you can go over blocking schemes. You can go over everything you want against the people, in practice. You can go against air all you want, but until you are going against somebody else who is just as, wanting to stop you as you would, beat them, it's not the same.
Right.
And you're not getting that look until 3 weeks before your first game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like the joint practices myself.
And it makes sense. I mean, because, you're at least seeing some live defenses that are going to do some things.
Yeah.
They're not going to, you're going to get your base coverages.
Uh-huh.
So your quarterback can see it. And there's going to be pressure.
Uh-huh. Then your only pressure is...
And as a defense on the defensive side of the ball, you get to go against guys that aren't your guys, because your starting defensive linemen are going against the backups on the offensive line of you don't have.
Yeah. And then you can really work on, things you can, in a practice, you're really, you're running your offensive set, especially in, as small a school as we are, you're only working on your offensive set. Then you have to flip and do your defense set. When you're doing a joint practice, you can solely work on your defense.
Right.
You can solely work on your offense, and that's the benefit for that. So,
all right.
Yeah.
OHSAA.
Just get a hold of us.
Just let me know. Give me a call. I'll solve all your problems because you don't seem to be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have to say anything in case you get fined. I'll say it.
You're doing a good job.
So, okay. Well, we just started that out with solid high school athletics talk.
Yeah. It's a big part of our area.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most areas. I mean, unless you live,
in nowhere.
South Dakota or something where they had like 7 people.
I mean, you got guys coming from who have no affiliation with any part of any 2 schools coming to watch a basketball game, coming to watch a football game.
Yeah, I'm going to watch kids.
Yeah.
Seems odd. And it is that odd time. Speaking of kids, it is that odd time of year where people actively take their little children to sit them on a stranger's lap. I find it odd.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's Christmas spirit or whatever. Everybody's got a relative that could probably just do that, take a picture at your house.
Yeah.
It just seems weird of, hey, we don't know this guy, but he's got a white beard. Yeah. Here's my 4-year-old. Let me put him in your lap. You had enough time to do this for 8 hours a day for 3 weeks? Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's happy.
Can we just agree it's odd?
It is odd. When you put it like that, it's super odd.
What other way is there to put it?
It's a little kid and he's going to go see Santa. That's the only other way to put it. I mean, that's the only way to put. I mean, that's the other devil's advocate of it.
Not really. Well, there's some kind of devil, but it's not. Well, who's the guy taking that job?
Yeah. I've played Santa before. Not at a mall. Not at a mall. No.
Now, okay. Now we'll break this down. Like, because a lot of places do like that breakfast with Santa.
Yeah.
So it's a private club.
Mm-hmm. It's a school or something.
Yeah, school, a church.
Yeah.
It's usually somebody from the congregation's doing it. As long as it's not Catholic. But maybe not do that there. Maybe they shouldn't be having breakfast with Santa. But, somebody that they know.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, you just take them to the mall. Just some random.
I mean, I get it.
Just some random.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And
usually, we used to. They tore the other one down. Like, every city has a good mall and a lesser mall.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to the lesser mall?
Yeah.
For the Santa Claus?
Where it's a real white beard and not like the fake one.
No, I prefer the real. See, we used to, at the one golf course, we used to do a breakfast with Santa, and we hired the same guy. And we knew the guy for years, good guy. And he actually grew his out.
Okay.
He's a real Santa guy.
Sorry.
I mean,
my beard's fake. I don't have white hair yet.
You don't have white hair.
Yeah. Or much
and
hair.
I doubt you could grow your beard that long.
Yeah, I can't.
I imagine you just get scrunchy, almost kind of like pube-like testicles on your chin.
Kind of.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
But,
or the second time.
Good old number 3.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just an odd.
So Randy's not a fan of Santa malls.
Why
Santas.
would you be?
I'm just saying. Hey, I was playing Santa one time in the school, and I had a teacher come up to me and he goes, thank you for doing this. I was like, yeah, no problem. He goes, the kids, obviously like it. I was like, yeah, thanks. He's like, he goes, if you spell Santa, rearrange the words, you know what it spells? I was like, Satan? He goes, exactly. And walked away. That's all he said to me. That's all. I'm like, am I Satan? Is this guy not like what I'm doing?
What is? You just thanked me and then you called me the devil.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all he said. I was like, Satan, and he just walked away. Like dropped the mic. I'm like, okay.
Man, that's like super confusing.
Yeah.
Hey, that spells Satan, right?
Yeah.
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 Thanks, Captain.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with that? So now I'm supposed to go home at the end of the night and go to sleep on that note?
Apparently he thinks I'm Satan.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I did have a guy, golf course I used to be at. He was a member. He was, a very religious man, but he took it a little too far.
Okay.
So he had all Callaway equipment.
Yeah.
And Callaway went through a spot where their clubs, their drivers and stuff, they had a Diablo series.
Oh, okay.
Which, they were okay. It wasn't their,
their best
a big
club.
seller. It wasn't like their Big Bertha brand or anything like that. It was just kind of a new thing they were trying to launch. And the guy had all Callaway stuff, and then he'd seen that, and then he came in one day, and he's like, you know what Diablo means? Like devil in Spanish. I mean, doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
And this product line's been out for 2 years. He goes, yeah, I seen that, and that's it. I got on eBay and I sold everything I owned Callaway.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
What?
I mean, you're not worshiping the devil, bud.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't even have the Diablo brand. You had Big Bertha's. Okay. You took a huge loss.
Yeah.
I mean, good for us. I'll sell you some, but no, he bought them on eBay.
Dick. He's the real Diablo.
Yeah, you're the real Diablo. You're hurting the golf business because you're not giving us your money.
Mm-hmm.
But I always found that odd when people make those decisions.
Yeah.
You used to always hear that with Nike.
Yeah.
I'm not buying Nike. They're not made in America. Well, nothing is.
Nothing is. No.
And one guy, when Nike came out with golf clubs,
because
that's what I played.
Yeah.
I was, Nike staffer for a second.
Nice.
But
I have Nike
not really.
clubs. I have Nike clubs.
I got a staff agreement because I bought enough shit that they gave me discount stuff. So I had all Nike stuff.
Cool.
So he was asking me that I played, what I played. And I told him, I'd never play them. I said, why is that? Well, it's not made in America. And then I'm making it in America. He's like, okay, what do you play? Because at that point in time, Ping was the only one.
Uh-huh.
And I'm Ben Hogan. But Ping was the only one making them in America.
Yeah.
He goes, I play TaylorMades. I said, well, those aren't made in America. And it's not even an American company.
Yeah.
They're French.
Yeah.
So at least some money, for Nike goes to Oregon.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I win.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who, when Trump got, elected, that, they saw like the rappers and stuff weren't supporting him and all that. And they're like, well, I'm not listening to any more of their music. Like, why?
Who cares?
Who cares? Their opinion. The music's still good.
Yeah. I've never understood that.
Yeah, me either.
Hey, do you agree with me? No?
No.
Well, then we can't be friends anymore. Why? We don't agree on a lot of things. Yeah. I agree that I'm right most of the time and you're wrong. We don't agree on that.
No, because I'm right.
You can't be. Yeah. I'm always right.
Yeah. Sure.
You damn well know it.
All righty.
All right. Hey, you want to get into the fact of I didn't even attempt to watch the game last night because it's Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
You know what?
I'm a Duke fan.
I know you are.
Yeah, I know.
But
the
nobody...
fucker double dribbled, okay?
Did he? I haven't seen it.
You didn't watch the last clip?
No.
I saw it on Twitter this morning. I didn't stay up and watch the whole game because I like to sleep. So
it's Duke playing a home game. By the way, 19 years since they've lost a non-conference home game.
Yeah.
19 years.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
150, 160 games.
Mm-hmm.
Next closest, 55.
Yeah.
So, pretty big deal.
Pretty big upset for him, honestly.
And Stephen F. Austin.
Hey, I still think the F stands for fucking, so.
Should.
It is.
I mean, why wouldn't it?
Yeah, Stephen fucking Austin. That's why they don't pronounce the F. I mean, it's a cuss word.
Stone cold.
Yeah. But anyway, he double dribbled. He gets it. He's dribbling it. He fumbles it. And then he picks it up and then dribbles again. That's a double dribble.
He dunked it at the buzzer?
Laid it in.
Oh, I said dunked on the...
I couldn't tell. I was pissed off.
Paper dunk.
Yeah, paper dunk.
Well, it would have been funny if he went like this big windmill and the buzzer would have went off before.
Yeah, that would have been great. I would have loved it. But they're not going to make that call at the end of the game. It shouldn't be in overtime anyway with Stephen F. Austin. Whatever. Good win for them. An early loss.
It means nothing
to
Duke.
Nothing.
It means everything to them.
Exactly.
That guy,
I mean, kudos to them. I mean,
you better be getting on that call today.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about coming to Stephen F. Austin? We just went into Cameron and whooped their ass.
Yeah.
And you could say that because most kids didn't watch it.
Exactly.
We beat them. Whooped their ass.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. It's a big win for them, and it's not like they make the goddamn tournament every year. I mean, they're not a slouch.
Yeah, they're not a nobody.
I mean, they're not. I mean, it's not Virginia losing to whoever the fuck they lost to.
They didn't lose to a 1AA school.
Yeah,
and because I refuse to call it FCS or whatever.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. It's 1AA.
1AA. You're lesser than 1.
So you're double.
You're AA. Still 1A, 1AA.
Yeah. But anyway, I saw the game. I saw the final score, and I saw the game-winning shot.
I mean, are you going to change your dog's name now?
No, my dog's still named Duke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm
just
a
checking.
fan. I'm not,
Maybe change to Steve.
No, anything is fucking.
Stephen fucking
Austin. Yeah.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Fuck Scott Fitzgerald.
Why fuck Scott? Why'd you say fuck Scott Fitzgerald?
What
has to stand for fuck?
Yes.
Another Mark Wahlberg moment.
There we go.
Funny guy. Funny fella.
Yeah. So,
always one click away.
Did you?
Anybody listening will get that reference.
Did you watch? I didn't get to watch the whole Penn State game last week.
I did.
Did you? I'm assuming you did. I was driving, so I didn't get to watch the whole game. By driving, I mean I was in a car. I wasn't playing golf. Yeah.
You wasn't just out hitting range balls?
No, not hitting range balls. Was it ugly in the third quarter?
Pretty ugly.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically, what, did you watch any?
No.
None.
I listened to it on the radio.
Okay.
But it's not the same.
Yeah, I understand. First half, weather was shitty, rainy. Okay. Ohio State gets up 14-0.
I heard the fumble in the end zone. Yeah.
He goes to stretch, fumbles. Yeah. That would have been 21-0.
No, that would have been 14-0.
Well,
they didn't count it. It would have made it 14-0. Yes, but I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They got up 14-0. They should have been up 21-0.
Yes, I see.
And then had some other things in that first half that it should have been. And I think at halftime, Ryan Day, when he's going in, they asked him about how it was going. And he was pissed.
Yeah.
It should be 34-0 right now.
Yeah.
That was kind of his.
Yeah.
And, it's at second half. You can say, I don't know that Penn State scores if they don't get some, actually, what they did? No, because they actually did go on like a 70-yard drive.
Oh,
the quarterback gets hurt.
Yeah.
Best thing that happened, the backup
exactly.
comes in and plays well.
Mm-hmm.
So they score, and then it was Dobbins fumble touchdown.
Yeah.
Fields fumble
touchdown.
And was it a touchdown? No, it was field goal.
Field goal.
Because they only scored
17. Yeah.
And then they got that field goal, and then Ohio State goes right back down and scores.
Yeah. Exactly.
28-17.
Yeah.
The game was ugly.
Yeah.
But the game was never in question.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it a good win.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I guess a win's a win.
Yeah.
Going into what happened last night.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a win that I would have jumped LSU.
Yeah, that was my thing.
That struck me as odd.
Yeah, I thought it was odd too. Wait till next week.
I always
if we win.
I always thought Ohio State was going to jump LSU.
Yeah.
Just based on LSU is it's about time to start jumping off the LSU bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to go up against a team that's going to hang 60 on them.
Yeah.
Because they can't play defense.
Yeah, I mean they gave up 600 yards of offense to BYU.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not good.
So I always expected Ohio State's going to jump them. I just thought it'd be after them.
Me too.
Now, if they'd have won, let's say
if they would have covered,
let's say they won 35-7.
Yeah,
which is totally possible without those fumbles.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. But now it's one of those ones of it was just they played just bad enough to make you worry about Michigan, honestly.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's kind of what that was. Because I think the line for Michigan only came out at like between 7 and 9.
Yeah, which I thought that would where it would be. I mean, every other spread has been 18 plus.
Right.
It's a rivalry game, so you want to automatically knock a touchdown off that.
Right.
And then,
it's at Michigan.
So you want to throw that in there.
Fully, if I was going to predict the game, I think Ohio State scores in the 40s.
Okay. Against Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And say 45.
Okay.
17.
All right.
14-17.
I was thinking like 38-24, 38-27, something like that.
I don't know if it's it's one of those things that before watching the Penn State, now the weather was shitty.
Yeah.
But you don't know it's going to be in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was rainy, and it just, didn't look good. Conditions weren't great. Before that game, Ohio State wins by 20.
Yeah.
They easily beat Michigan by over 20 points.
Okay.
Was my thought process. Yeah. Now, this one game in bad weather against Penn State. Penn State plays Ohio State better than anybody.
Oh, they always do, yeah.
So it really shouldn't change my mind that much. I think Ohio State blows out Michigan.
Okay.
Because, now they're talking that, the Michigan defense, they got a lot of changes they've made. They throw some zone in there.
Which
helps a lot.
Helps a lot, yeah.
Because you can't guard them one-on-one. So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing is, when you look at last year's game, they're making these changes to the zone because Haskins just kind of shredded them with crossing patterns. But the one difference is, because Dobbins didn't run with a shit last year because he couldn't. But
plus they crowd the box. So.
Now that you have a running quarterback, that's the difference.
That's the difference, yes.
Crowd the box. Fields takes off for 15 yards. All of a sudden, the hole opens up for Dobbins.
Yep.
Ohio State, and that was the thing, Ohio State ran for 240 yards against Penn State.
Yeah.
So it's the top 10 rushing defense, and they just...
Exactly.
We're going to run it down your throat.
We're going to continue to do what we do.
I think you're going to see Ohio State do that next. Oh, yeah. These zones and stuff you put in, rolling coverage and all this stuff. Yeah, we're just going to run it down your throat.
Yeah.
And you can't stop us. I think you're going to see that.
Yeah. I think, going to zones for Michigan definitely is one of the smartest things that they've done, especially incoming this week, when you're in man, Fields can take off because everybody's following their dude.
Yeah, that's a problem.
When you go, now you're in zone, you have extra linebackers close, he's not going to take off as much.
Right.
So that helps. It eliminates it eliminates crossing pattern because you just wait for the guy to come to your zone. But yeah, I think they have to stop the run game first. I mean, legitimately, they have to.
Yeah, if Michigan can't stop Ohio State's run game, it's going to be a long day.
Oh, for sure.
That's kind of the... Now, my interesting thing would be, because Michigan started looking better.
Yeah.
I mean, they, I want to see, because I'm still not, Ohio State's got a really good defense, but I'm not convinced of it yet.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I want to see what they do against Michigan.
Yeah.
That's kind of because, third down, they go through lulls where they get zero pressure. Now, a lot like you would have freaked out because there were several obviously blatant holding calls against Chase Young that they just didn't. Like
you're not going to get those much.
He's one step from the quarterback.
Yeah.
And the guy has him wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
And they don't throw a flag.
Yep.
But that is what it is.
Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of those calls.
They kind of held the flags in.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of let them play. But I'm interested to see what their defense, because they still, like that 70, 80-yard drive that they gave up.
Yeah.
Like Penn State made it look easy. Like they kind of easily moved it down the field. And that, that's some problems.
I think up-tempo hurts Ohio State's defense.
Big time.
I think it does. I think if you can play at a fast pace, you should. And I think that's a big problem moving forward because you got Clemson can play at a fast pace. If you do make the playoffs,
right?
Clemson can play at a fast pace. LSU plays at a fast pace already.
Yep.
So you're really going to have to, your players have to know your scheme every time you go out there. You have to know. You have to have something in place of, okay, if this is a hurry up, this is what we're doing. And that it also helps with subbing in. You can't get guys breathers when you go up tempo. You can't switch out linebackers. You can't switch out your big defensive tackles. Can't switch those guys out. And I think if Michigan can do that successfully, I think they have a better chance to win.
Yeah, and it's always tough to pick that game. But here's I'll go on the defense, but the Shea Patterson thing, because Shea Patterson is who he is.
Yeah,
he's always been a turnover machine when the pressure comes.
Yeah.
So I look at, if I was predicting that stat line, he throws 2 picks, and probably has a sack fumble.
Okay,
I think there's 3 turnovers coming out of there.
Yeah,
because that's big time games. He turns the.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, at the beginning of the year, when they had their first 5 games, they turned it over on the first possession, and he was, fumbling. Kind of like that Tua thing.
Yeah,
not getting touched and fumbling the ball. So it's one of those of. You'd hate to say it's not going to be a game because it's rivalry, but I don't really look for it to be a game.
I do.
Really?
I do personally think it is going to be a game. I think as of right now, going into this week, you come off, an iffy you won. Come off, you're not your best game. I think personally this is their toughest test, is this week.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this is their toughest test. You know, it's the end of the season. You've already clinched your East. You know you're going to the Big Ten championship game. The only thing you're playing for is that great rivalry. You want to beat the piss out of Michigan.
And that's one of those things, the way the playoff is working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that Ohio State needs to win this game.
That's what,
to get into the playoff.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, you can't get blitzed.
No.
But if you lose a one-score game at your rival, and then you go and win the Big Ten championship, you're going to not,
exactly.
You're not going to put them in. You can put Oklahoma in, or you're going to put, So I don't think Ohio State needs to win the game. They can't get blown out.
Yeah.
But
and I think it's going to be a close one. I think.
What's your number? Would you say 20?
I think I said 38-27.
38-27.
Yeah. So that's a close game. I mean, you're going back and forth. I think that Ohio State, they score in the fourth quarter to make it that double digit, and then I don't think Michigan has enough firepower on offense to come back. If Michigan can obviously control your turnovers, keep the ball, and then if they can eat up time on the clock and keep it out of Fields' hands, I think they're in really good success.
I think
which is any game, but
I think Michigan, like when you look at the like the Wisconsin game and stuff like that, they're a different team than when they played Wisconsin. But I think where Michigan could get in trouble is, say, Ohio State takes the opening kick and scores.
Yeah.
And then Michigan has a turnover or whatever, 3 and out or whatever, and you get down 14-0 real quick. Michigan's in a whole heap of trouble.
Oh yeah, this is how they played against Penn State. They got real down real early, and then you're just playing freaking catch up, and that no offense is built to be down 21 points.
Right. Michigan wants to run the football and play action pass.
Yeah,
that's what they want to do. And you get down early,
you can't do that.
Nobody's okay.
Yeah. Nobody's falling for that. No one's falling for the play action. Yeah.
So I'm interested in their defense. I really am, because it's. I would look at it that, because obviously the Harbaugh thing. If he gets beat by Ohio State, you're going to hear the should he be fired, stuff like that. Which Michigan's just what Michigan is. They're not a blue chip team.
Yeah.
They're just not. Harbaugh's winning 70% of his games.
Yeah,
he just hadn't beat Ohio State.
Yes,
which a lot of teams haven't.
Exactly.
So, but. I don't think Harbaugh should get fired if they lose. Now, if you go out and Ohio State beats you, kind of like last year, if it's 62-14, okay,
maybe.
But I think you're going to know about the Don Brown.
Yeah,
like if your scheme is kind of roughly the same as getting your doors blown off last year, hey man, you can't just coach your way
exactly
just because it's your way.
You gotta adapt your players. Yeah. And I think that's a big thing with a lot of the old school coaches. They want to do what they do. They have a reputation doing what they do. Like Hardball. Yeah. He has a reputation of what he does on offense. You have to adapt to what people are doing now.
Yeah, that's just the game.
You have to. The game, unless you have just absolute studs up front, an absolute great running back, the play action pass stuff only works a little bit.
And that's where he's at. You get, he wins 10 games. 9 or 10 games every year. So at Michigan, he's getting gauged off one game. What are you doing against Ohio State?
Yeah.
You're never going to go into where you have more. You're always going to have less talent.
Oh, for sure.
And these old school, run it up the middle of, because Ohio State has athletes, they could go out there and not call a defense and still play pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Of just, keep the ball in front of you.
Instinct. Yeah.
So that's the struggle. But the Don Brown thing, I think, is interesting of.
Does he keep a job this year? Yeah.
Because last year, I fully expected Michigan should have beat Ohio State. Ohio State was terrible. I know they won 11-1 or 12-1 or whatever it was. Terrible. Their defense was awful.
Yeah, and they were very one-dimensional on offense.
They can throw the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you got the number one defense in the country, and they hang 62 points on you.
Yeah.
Because
you didn't change anything. You didn't change anything from quarter 1 to quarter 4.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine that at halftime? Hey, coach, they're running a lot of crossing patterns. They're really gashing us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that. But, I think they're going to make an adjustment and not do that in the second half. So we're just going to stick with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys not practice? I don't care if it's just a basic cover 2. Throw something out there. Make them find a gap.
Yeah. And that's...
Make one of their receivers stop a route.
And I think that's, from a coaching standpoint, that sets you apart from being a good coach to a great coach. A good coach has a great game plan going into the game. That great head coach adapts and changes shit and makes adjustments when it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between... I think that was only Urban's problem. You know, he's a great coach. He didn't make those adjustments until almost it was too late at some point.
Yeah.
You know, Day is doing these things. Oh shit! You know, we suck right now. We're not doing this. Okay, we're not going to do it anymore. We're going to change this. And I think Hardball had trouble.
Hardball.
Yeah.
They have hard balls.
Sure. Hardball. Whatever. Hardball. Whatever. Okay. I don't think he wants to make those adjustments. I think we're just going to stick with what we do, and that's going to get the job done.
No, and that's how he's always been. And it's I still hearken back to. I like to use the old terminology.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a good coach in Stanford.
No.
He was okay. He beat USC.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes. He also had Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't really do a lot with him.
No.
Didn't win anything.
No.
Now, granted, it's Stanford. But let's calm down on this greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
Now, his brother, on the other hand, you want to talk about somebody changing?
Oh, and for sure. Yes.
My God.
I know it.
He changed everything.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quarterback that nobody wants because running quarterbacks don't work in the NFL.
And we're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work. I'm going to have a guy in my ear that does the mathematics and the percentages. And if it's 4th and 3 on the 50-yard line in the first quarter, percentages say go for it. We're going for it. It's got to be phenomenal to play for.
It does.
I mean, it's just, you don't know Lamar Jackson going out into the future because come next year, because last year, we're not, he's a running quarterback. He can't throw. This year, we're not going to let him run, which he's the best athlete on the field.
For sure.
So, hey, we did this. We got this guy. We got him mirrored. He comes around the corner. We got a linebacker right there to tackle him. Oh, he missed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you did everything right.
Yeah, you just got to make
He's just better.
Yeah.
That's, you can't get by that. So it'll be interesting come next year.
Where somebody's he's got a year under his belt and people have seen it.
Passing from the pocket.
Yeah.
Do you know his stat line?
It's fantastic.
There's only one quarterback in the league that's better than him, and it's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to make him throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he had, let's see, what did he go 12 for 15 last night?
Something like that.
With Monday night with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then rushed for 100 yards.
In the first half, he was 7 for 7 with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
7 for 7.
7 for 7, 4 touchdowns.
Three of his completions weren't touchdowns. That's it.
Yeah.
But
almost half of his completions in the game were touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then rushed for 100 yards.
And
he can rush for 1,000 yards, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Still got 5 games left.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with Jim's brother, John Harbaugh with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't think they get enough credit for developing players as much as they do. They don't have anybody from that Super Bowl defense on their team anymore.
No.
And it's been 7 years, but none of their rookies that year are still on the team.
No, and they don't even get talked about. That's a solid defense.
Oh, I know it is.
I mean, a solid defense, but
you trade for Marcus Peters, a very good cornerback. You get your best cornerback in Jimmy Smith back, and then you have that Marlon Humphreys, who's first or second year player. I don't know. You got 3 guys who can run with any receiver in the league. Marlon Humphrey is a slot receiver, ran with Brandon Cooks on a freaking wheel route the other day, step for step.
Yeah.
I mean, Brandon Cooks is one of the fastest dudes in the league.
Throw this back.
Okay.
Take this game that happened Monday and roll it back a year.
Yeah.
You have a guy on the hot seat to get fired.
Yeah, you
and
do.
a genius.
Yep.
Which one do you think it was?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because now the offensive guru can't score a point.
Nope.
Because the Rams are garbage.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh, It'd be nice to get all those beat writers and stuff down in Baltimore and be like, hey, do you still want him fired?
Yeah, exactly.
Because as far as we can tell, they're the best team in the league right now. I know they lost 2 games and stuff like that.
They're the best team right now.
And at some point in time, it's going to come down to you got to beat the Patriots twice. And if the Patriots don't stumble, you're going to have to do it in New England because they only have 1 loss.
Yep.
It's tough to beat,
It's tough to win in New England.
It's tough to win in New England. It's tough to beat a team twice in the NFL. You're going to beat Belichick twice.
Yeah.
So if there's some money on that, I'd probably still slide it on the Patriots, even though their offense is horrific.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ride the horse, Yeah.
And I go whack with the Rams saying their offense is horrible. Well, they don't have an identity.
No.
They can't run the ball because your offense, you haven't had the same starting 5 offensive line yet this year. You can't throw the ball because Goff doesn't know who to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
So when you can't do either of those 2 things, there's not much left for you to do.
And it's got to just be a young thing, a young coach thing of, okay, your offense is predicated on running the football first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. A lot of teams want to do that.
Yeah.
But most defensive coaches are going to take your best thing away.
Exactly.
That's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We're going to make you pass first.
Yeah.
You don't have an answer for that.
No. Because you can't protect Goff. He doesn't have enough time to do anything.
It just...
Yeah.
We take away one thing and the wheels come off.
Yeah.
Now, I know you took to the Super Bowl and he's young coach.
Yeah.
How much rope do you get if you're him? If this keeps...
Yeah, if it keeps on a downward spiral.
This year, this is a freebie, injuries, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Come next year, what if this happens again?
Yeah.
Is it bye-bye time? Go be a coordinator somewhere?
It may be.
It
may be because he's only, 38?
No, he's like 33, isn't he?
Oh, okay. He could be,
34.
I don't know how old he is. I just know he's young.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's 35 yet. I could be talking out of my ass. I usually am.
Yeah.
But I think he's younger than that.
Okay. Well, then, yeah,
he's younger than me coaching in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm not yet 40, so what the fuck have I done with my life, Seth? This guy's coaching. He was in the Super Bowl last year, got his ass stomped, but he was there.
He was there. It depends on, I think it depends GM from GM.
Yeah.
For some reason, the Rams think they're in win now mode.
No.
They're not, because they've given up their last 2 years of first round picks.
Yeah. Last year was win now mode because they spent money and just well, hey man, you've got no future, so you better.
Yeah. And I get that, but this year you trade for Jalen Ramsey, you give up your first round pick for Jalen Ramsey. Well, your defense isn't good, but that's not your main issue. Was a corner. Your offensive line is garbage. Keep a first round pick, get a young guy in there.
The bulk of them stack up offensive linemen in the late first round.
And they're really good.
They don't have to, obviously guys, they top 10 offensive linemen. But the really good teams take those picks, trade back, pick up an offensive lineman at 25.
Yeah, and then you get 2 second rounders
at 41.
Yeah.
And that's how they build their team.
Yeah. And so
and
when
then
you don't have that,
like the flashy.
Yeah.
We need the flashy guy. Like the Cleveland Browns. Flashy guys, garbage.
Yeah. That's the only issue I have is, you're not in a win now mode because your quarterback's only been in the league 5 years.
Yeah.
So you're not in win now mode. It's not the end of his career. It may be if he keeps playing like this, but you're giving away all of your future talent to get me wrong. Jalen Ramsey's a fantastic corner, but
what's that do for you?
What's that do for you? Exactly. It doesn't give you any kind of structure.
Yeah.
The guy plays really good man coverage. Ooh.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I'll just throw it to this wide open guy over here on the other side.
Yeah, I won't throw to him.
Yeah.
That's the only issue I have with them. And I think right now is the same with the Patriots.
Yeah.
They don't really have an identity either because of their offensive line is garbage.
Yeah. Defense, that's their identity.
Yeah. Brady is the fastest person to get rid of the ball, and that's still not enough time right now.
No.
He gets the ball out in 2 seconds or less, and that's still not enough time.
How about that? I can't remember the guy's name, their corner that was on.
Stephon Gilmore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on.
Primetime?
Who?
He's on Deion Sanders' show. He was pretty cool on that.
Oh, no, I was talking about who he was guarding.
Oh.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper.
Uh-huh.
Of 7 targets for Cooper.
Yeah.
0 catches.
Uh-huh.
Also 7 targets because he was guarding Cooper.
Yeah.
He had 1 catch.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that was started listing, obviously this is Sports Talk Radio or whatever, the stat lines on Amari Cooper of the just not good.
Mm-hmm.
He just disappears.
Well, yeah, because
he torches bad teams.
Yeah.
But it's just...
yeah. Well, that also has something to do with there's nobody else.
No.
And that's a big issue for him. I mean, every good team has 2 options.
You have to.
Or they could just...
Because they're going to take away the one.
That's this bad
because
part about
you're
the
not
Cowboys.
Because your one's not Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Where,
you just throw it up to him.
Well, I'm bigger than you. You put a corner and a safety.
Yeah,
just throw it up in the air. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
they don't have that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And and here's the other one. Of how about the turnaround? I mean, Lamar Jackson, a spectacular turnaround. And they said that he did say that last year he struggled with the switch to the NFL ball.
Yeah, he did say that.
His hands,
his hands
just
small.
So seems to be fine now.
Yeah.
But a monumental turnaround for him throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, I know.
Of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Just torched.
Yeah.
The defense.
And Green Bay's got a really good defense. Yeah. And they torched them.
Yeah.
And that Green Bay's one issue on defense is they can't stop the run.
Right.
The 49ers only want to run the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that they do it, there's, different schemes, different, formations, all that shit. But that's what they want to do. And then so when you don't stop that, it just opens everything else up. Oh, you want to put your linebacker on this awesome, fast tight end? Go ahead.
And NFL-wise, third down, big deal.
Yeah.
NFL, well, all football, third down, big deal. But in the NFL, 3rd and 7, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have 5 guys rushing. Everybody's got a one-on-one block.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because we have some really good guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to beat you.
Yeah. They've spent, what was the stat? Over the last 6 years, they've spent a number 1 draft pick on a defensive lineman.
Paying off.
Yeah, it's paying off now. And don't get me wrong, they spent 2 on 2 interior guys, which is okay. That's fine. Yeah. You're going to need, to stop the run.
Well, I mean, you get the right one. Now, it just sucks that he's on. I mean, Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Best player in the league.
It just sucks there's nobody else on that line.
Nobody else helping him.
Yeah.
But disrupt the game.
Mm-hmm. So now you got 4 of those?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. It's so fun to watch, too.
And that's just okay, we're 3rd and medium to 3rd and long of they're going to rush 5 guys man for man.
Uh-huh.
And nobody can make a mistake.
I know.
You have 0 room for error.
Yeah, and their best linebacker, Torres Peck, is out for the year.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's an interesting I probably one of my I'm a bigger college fan than I am an NFL fan.
Yeah.
But I love the NFL for that.
Yeah.
Because they were garbage last year.
Uh-huh.
And now they're good.
Yeah.
It's...
And you gotta give credit to that also, obviously, to the head coach, but you gotta be it to your GM and your management.
Is that Lynch?
Yeah. He's one of my favorite players ever. Anyway, you gotta give credit for him for sticking with it.
Yeah.
Because they were bad when he got the job. They were bad.
Oh, yeah.
They were bad 2 years into the job.
Yeah, the Kelly era.
Yeah, but they could have, given up. They could have just said, "Hey, we're going to try to figure somebody out." Yeah, but no, they stick with Shanahan, who's a very good coach, very good offensive mind. Then it helps when you let your head coach help you make decisions. I think you're letting him choose the guys he wants or the guys he feels who can help the team. As a GM, you're on the field. You're around it, but you don't know because you're not the coach. You're not around every single guy every day. And when you let him help you, obviously you have guys in mind you want.
Yeah.
As a GM.
Well, and that's a vote of confidence for a coach, too, of the fact that, hey, like you don't get to make the decisions, but you're going to get some input here.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's basically saying, I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah.
These are the players I think are going to be good because you might not be here.
Yeah, exactly.
which would be on that scenario rolling back into the Washington situation of, I don't know what coach would want that. Now, there's only 32 of them jobs, so somebody wants that job. Yeah. But that ownership, if it doesn't change, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're not going to get anybody.
Big win. Got their first win. Dwayne Haskins gets a win, taking a selfie, misses a victory formation. Yeah. So Keenum gets in there, gets that win.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
And I know they blew him up. I don't give a shit. He was celebrating with a fan. I think the way they portrayed that of he was overtaking selfies, which he was.
Yeah.
Wasn't his phone.
No.
It was a phone from he was celebrating with the fans.
Yeah.
So you want to get on that? You only have 7 fans in that fucking stadium anymore. So maybe you should take care of them.
Yeah.
But, I thought that was kind of funny.
I thought it was funny, too. As a coach, I was kind of pissed off. I'm like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? I kept thinking, I was like, what the fuck? And then they were like, oh, he was, celebrating with the fans. Okay, you're a rookie. Yeah. You get your mistakes,
It'll be interesting because I don't know if Haskins is going to be any good or not.
Yeah.
It seems rumor mill is they, not really willing to work for it. That at the beginning of the season, he refused to go with the other quarterbacks to try to learn from them and stuff like that. He wanted to do it man, that's not the way the league works.
No.
So, if that's the way you're going to be, you're going to be out of the league in a couple years.
And that's
especially because you play for Washington.
Exactly.
You're getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win.
For that aspect of coming in as a rookie who's only started one full season in college, it doesn't matter if it's Case Keenum, whoever the fuck it is. They're still an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
They still know the ins and outs, how to be a pro. Fucking listen to him. You're a rookie. Yeah. You don't know shit.
Yeah. You're over there talking to those linemen asking, what can I do to help? And they're mocking you.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe in you. Because you haven't done anything. You haven't proven it yet.
Yep.
That these are men, they're professionals. It's what they do for a living.
Yep.
Act like you do it for a living too.
Exactly. Yeah, don't act like the kid. You want to go in there and you want to prove them that you're not the kid anymore. That you want to be that guy who, can turn it around.
Right.
Every person who is playing in the NFL, even at a normal job, you don't want to suck.
No.
You don't. That's not your goal.
I mean, I do, but
I want to be really bad at what I do for a living.
I'd like to be bad at what I do so I can get fired. Try that unemployment out, see how long that lasts. See if we can figure out some other way to make some money. Tried selling,
yourself.
But there was no takers.
I tried that too, and I went negative. I was in the hole.
I only got 2 views on Craigslist.
I paid myself for stuff.
You just throw a quarter in the jar beside the bed.
Yeah. Well,
the wife going, "Why is there 50 cents over here?"
You should go back to sleep, honey.
Good night.
Go back to sleep.
I was feeling antsy.
You were asleep.
Yeah. But going back around to this, because this all started with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, the NFL copycat league always has been. Which you can't copycat that because there's not another Lamar Jackson.
I mean, like there was never another Michael Vick.
No.
Yeah.
No. And so, but let me ask you this. The success of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
What does that do for Jalen Hurts' draft status?
Well, I mean, it definitely bumps it up.
I mean,
for sure it bumps it up, but he's
not the athlete that Jackson is.
Not even a little bit.
He is a runner. It's not even Kyler Murray's probably closer to that than it was. But, Kyler Murray's already in the league.
Yeah.
So, but with this explosion, what,
you got to have the team.
Something.
You got to have the team willing to take you. The Ravens took Jackson in the late first round. They didn't know what to expect. They knew that he was a player.
Yeah.
You can see
He's
that.
An athlete.
Anybody can see that. But they did everything in their power to make it work for him. You got to have people that are willing to do that for you.
Yeah.
They were willing to take a chance on you. And he didn't know when he was going to get his chance in Baltimore. He just got lucky that Flacco's ass.
Right.
And I think that's got to be, and it's not like the Ravens were a bad team.
No. They're in that, they're defense-driven organization of, hey, if we score 20 points, we're probably going to win.
Yeah. And that's another thing with, I think it's got to be the right people around him first. I'm just spitballing. If he would go to, he's not going to be any good in Miami. Oakland. He's not going to be, he could be good in Oakland. John Gruden's already, wants to change a quarterback. They benched Carr last week.
Yeah.
He wants to change. He doesn't like Carr. He said it when he was an analyst. He didn't like Carr. So that's one issue there. Another one, you got to look at New England. But you got to look at New England in the aspect of are they willing to change what they do?
Yeah, but you're going to look at that like they're not going to do that because they're good.
Yeah,
it's not a Brady problem right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're not drafting a quarterback in the first round. It's just not happening.
Yeah,
and I don't know who's on their roster, but I'm sure it's somebody who's going to be a starting quarterback from some team in a year or so.
Yeah, probably. But I think it's Brian Hoyer's their backup.
Is he?
He may be still.
But and plus, I
he's
think
at the Colts. I'm stupid.
I never really thought of Hurts being an NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
but now I kind of do.
Mm-hmm. That's
he'll get a look
for sure.
But then when this happens, of like, well, he can run, he can throw, he can. I mean, he's not the greatest passer, but we can teach you how to be better.
Yeah.
Now maybe he's a late first rounder.
Yeah.
Somebody that's got a quarterback that was borderline or made the playoffs. We're just going to sit you here.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, and I think health. If you're looking at you want somebody backup quarterback. The Chiefs.
Yeah,
the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, that now if he's fallen into the third round or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Now you're talking.
I don't
nonsense.
Personally, the only
fucking left field with a. Do you want to talk? Okay,
no, it's fine. Ahead. No, first round wise, unless it's a shitty team, the only people that have successful, teams right now, Oakland and the Chargers are the only two teams I can see taking him.
Because my guess would be is somebody's going to take him with this thought, this Lamar Jackson thought, and they're going to kind of half-ass it.
Yeah.
Like Baltimore built their team around this. Now, and then the other thing is hey, Baltimore's probably got one of the top 3 offensive lines in the game.
Exactly.
So let's not forget that portion of it. But somebody would half-ass it and just ruin the kid. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, though. Tennessee. They need a quarterback.
They need a quarterback.
They got to get a quarterback.
They have to. What's the difference between Hurts and Mariota?
Well, Mariota sucks.
Okay. Coming out of college, Mariota didn't suck.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't think he did.
He was never going to make it in the NFL.
No, but I don't see a difference between the two.
Well, I don't either.
In college.
I mean, in college.
In college,
you know what?
Their senior years.
But there is, because that Oregon offense was so. Now I know Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley does stuff, but they still run the route trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That does. It's just different looks, and that was such a freaky offense in Oregon. Those numbers are fake, and they're just fake numbers because name the quarterbacks that have came out of that. I mean,
that's what. But I'm saying like. We're talking this coming out, you have to look at his college stats. You had to look at Mariota's college stats. There's not much of a difference. They're both really good fucking numbers. That's my point of, do they want somebody?
Yeah, I just don't think, I always thought it was just a hype train with Mariota just because Oregon scored 70 points a game. But
that's my thing is.
It just like the same thing here is, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to continue doing it because I like to. But, the Alabama thing.
Yeah.
Name me a good quarterback in the NFL from Alabama. Well, they have the best receivers. They're open by 15 yards all the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I know, and I'm not a big believer that Tua is going to be any good in the NFL. I just don't like those programs for quarterback.
Yeah. You can argue with the same thing with Ohio State too.
Absolutely.
And that's my thing is we're looking at Mariota, you're looking at Hurts. They're similar in college. Does Tennessee want to take that chance on a similar kind of quarterback as Mariota? That would be my argument with that.
But to me, I don't think Mariota and Jalen Hurts are similar at all.
Okay.
I just they don't track the same for me.
Okay.
They just don't.
Yeah. I think they resemble each other. Granted, if they would take him, I think it's okay because you're going to rely on your running game no matter what. Because you got a decent running back in Derrick Henry. Your offensive line is very good. They're young and they're good.
Well, here's one that I'll give you because Jalen Hurts is a thick boy.
Yeah, thick boy.
Mariota is not.
No, he's
Mariota
not. He's fragile.
Always dinged up. Problem.
Yeah.
Now, being a thick boy, Jalen
with
Hurts,
2 C's,
we're going to go thick. Yeah, you run that, the RPO game, that stuff's like that.
Yeah.
There's a chance he might actually pull it.
Yeah.
Mariota ain't pulling it. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not pulling out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Pull out game, weak as shit for Mariota. Because somebody put their hand on him, he got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean.
And that's,
because he never completed a season, did he?
No, he still hasn't.
Yeah.
No, he did the year they went to the playoffs.
Did they?
Yeah. They got beat by the Chiefs. He may have missed a game, but that was obviously his best year.
Yeah.
But I think if you take a shot.
Vrabel, their coach, was he the one that said he'd cut his penis off to win a Super Bowl?
I think so.
Yeah, that's just an odd take.
That is an odd
I'd cut my penis off to win a Super Bowl.
It may have been testicles. I think it was testicles.
Testicles.
Tentacles.
Well, even if it's his testicles, what are you gonna do if you guys would win? Because I expect it to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he does.
If you win, lop them off, or you're out of the league. Yeah. I mean,
is that in your contract?
It's in your contract. Well, we put this in. It's verbal. I mean, you said it.
Verbal.
Might have even tweeted it. I don't know.
Who knows?
Might have been written. You know what? I'm going to write this down. This will fire up the fan base.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut off my sexual organs for a Super Bowl.
Yes, I will castrate myself for a Super Bowl. But if you're taking Hurts, you got to have a good running game, and you got to have a coach but you have to have a coach willing to adapt their whole scheme system for you.
Well, and that would, I think that's where the Vrabel thing would come in, because, buddy, you got a year or two left, and you're getting fired.
Yeah,
because that's just the way it goes.
His college background could help.
Yeah,
his college background could help. Being around the college style offense, being around
for a year and a half.
Yeah, but being around Deshaun Watson for also a year or two in Houston, you could learn some stuff from it. Yeah.
It's just I think because there's really, and the reason I gave you Jalen Hurts, because he's kind of the closest thing to that. There isn't.
Thing. No,
the closest one is probably Justin Fields, but he can't come out this year. Mm-hmm. So Hurts is the only draft eligible.
Yeah.
And he's the 4th or 5th. I think the kid from Oregon goes first, because he's just got a cannon.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that's just,
he's not a bad quarterback either.
No.
Oregon doesn't really have a whole lot to help him out. But yeah, he's not a bad quarterback. And then you obviously, you talk Joe Burrow. He's going in the top 5.
Yeah.
Should he? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, let's be honest.
He's a little, I don't want to sound like we're bashing the SEC, because I really like Joe Burrow. Uh-huh. I get tired of hearing the gunslinger thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not.
No, you know who else has that label? Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Favre was a gunslinger. Yeah. Fucking Brett Favre.
Yeah. You're not Brett Favre.
One of the top 50 players ever.
Yeah.
That's not you.
Mm-hmm.
Gunslinger. It's not a good term.
It's not a good
coming
term.
out of college. You shouldn't be a gunslinger.
No.
Because in college, if you're really top 5 draft caliber, you're not a gunslinger.
No.
You pick people apart.
Yeah.
And I really like Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a top 5 pick would be a disservice to him.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a guy that would, hey, sit back for a year. Mm-hmm. We don't need to play you.
Exactly. I think you would benefit from
this.
Yep.
If you're a first round quarterback, you just, it's, I think Carson Palmer's the last one that the Bengals drafted him and said, you're not playing this year.
Yeah.
And I think that helped.
Uh-huh.
But you just can't do that anymore.
Yeah. If the Bengals do happen to get the first pick and they take him, do you think that the head coach is smart enough just to keep playing Dalton? This because obviously if he gets drafted by Miami, he's playing.
Right. Well, no, they don't. I think Dalton's contract runs out.
Okay, yeah, they're obviously not going to re-sign him.
Because how about that? You bench him and then go, oh, this guy's really fucking bad. Yeah. And they put that Dalton's going to start again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's, now there might be an option year or something, but like this is last year of his guarantee.
Yeah.
Which is a total Mike Brown thing to do of, well, we'll just cut him of like, hey, you probably could have, Andy Dalton is a serviceable quarterback. He's going to win some games for a team. You probably could have got, even a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Can you get a 5th rounder?
5th or 6th for him, yeah.
Because it's another player, but they just, cut people, let him go.
Yeah.
AJ Green, don't trade him away. He's on a contract. He's got no guarantees of. We didn't want to trade him.
Why not?
Because you're not going to win.
No.
You're not ready to win.
No.
You get a first rounder out of AJ Green.
Oh, for sure you can.
But
I don't think that if
you're just going to let him go.
Yeah. They can still do that. They can still get a first rounder out of him. Obviously, he's not going to play this year.
No.
He's not. He'd be dumb if he did.
Yeah, but his contract's up.
I know.
So basically what the Bengals are going to do is they're not going to, because I assume there's an option year or 2 option years. He already said he doesn't want to be franchised. So they're either going to franchise him or they're going to try to make an option. It's going to be a fight. He's not going to play again.
Yeah.
They're going to ruin his career.
Yeah.
Because you're not ready to win.
Yeah.
You can't be paying AJ Green $18 million.
No, you got to use that elsewhere.
You're not there.
No. Could you imagine? Now, could you imagine New Orleans giving up their first rounder for him?
Oh, man.
Could you imagine that? Because they're in a win now mode because Breeze is, towards the end of their time. They're a win now.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Well, they're in a win now, like Breeze's age. The Michael Thomas contract is solely wrapped around the Drew Brees. Because as soon as Breeze retires, Michael Thomas is gone. They're trading that contract out of town.
Yeah, because they can't afford it.
They can't afford it. And, they're going to ship him somewhere. Because that'd be the Breeze retires in a year like the Patriots are having. You think the Patriots are going to take Michael Thomas for a year to get? I mean, that's he's so good,
so good,
he's so good.
So
I don't understand how good he is. The numbers he puts up is just
he runs every route.
Stupid.
You don't see a whole lot of receivers. His size, he's a big receiver.
Yeah,
he runs every route.
But it's one of those things of like, if he has a game where it's like Mike Thomas had 6 receptions for 91 yards and a touchdown, be like, did you only play half? Did you twist your ankle? I mean, what?
Yeah, only 6 catches.
You didn't go for 12 catches and 122 yards.
Yeah.
Was he the only one in history that's done that now? First 4 years?
No.
Because
first 4 years?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think first 4 years.
Because this is his 4th year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he just caught his 100th catch.
Yeah.
And I think he's already broke 1,000 yards.
I think this is his 3rd year, isn't it?
This is his 3rd year?
3rd year.
He was on the national championship team. That was his last year, wasn't it?
No, he had a year after that.
Did he have a year?
Yeah, he played a year after that.
Well, then it must be his 3rd because I know he just toppled 100 catches and he's got 1,100 yards or whatever. Yeah. But that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
pretty rare territory.
It is. Yeah, because
that was the best. Do you follow him on Instagram?
No, I don't.
Do you know what his handle is?
Can't guard Mike.
Yep,
I did. I follow him on Twitter, so I figured it was the same.
Same thing. Yeah,
you can't.
Might be the most honest Twitter handle and Instagram handle.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
Besides, Heavy D.
Yeah.
You're very honest with your name, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, you are.
You are slightly heavy. And your name is like Daryl or something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I've never Wikipedia'd the guy.
Yeah.
Been arrested
the cool thing is the only Marvin Harrison and Antonio Brown are the only 2 receivers that have more catches in yards consecutive. Antonio Brown had 6 years consecutive with 100 catches, 1,000 yards. Marvin Harrison has 5 years. And then this is Michael Thomas's 3rd year. So that's why I thought his 3rd year.
Well, then Harrison still didn't he have that record because he shot somebody?
Marvin Harrison?
Didn't he? Was that him?
Yeah, Marvin Harrison did shoot that guy out. Yeah,
I didn't think I was wrong on that.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever came of it, but I remember that being a story.
Wasn't it like trying to break into his house?
And I want to say it was in like Philadelphia or something like that.
Yeah, he just shot that dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, he'd be shooting guys.
Yeah, don't fuck up with Marvin.
That's right.
Marvin Harrison always seemed like the old man.
Yeah.
Because he had that, he didn't have any hair.
70.
Yeah.
It's like that Greg Oden thing of like, you tell me Greg Oden's still not 30? Liars.
Yeah.
I did kind of on the Wikipedia. I didn't go on Wikipedia, but in the research thing, because when we were talking last week and I misspoke on McAfee and McAfee.
Yeah.
I do know why it's Mac and Mick.
Yeah.
The difference.
The A and the C.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Of why it is in every name?
I mean,
if the MC
MAC
no.
is Mac.
Well, it's MC.
Okay.
There's no A in there.
I don't know. I don't know how to spell his name. I just know how to pronounce it.
It's MC.
Okay.
AFEE.
Okay.
So it's McAfee.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna learn you.
Thank you. Learn me.
So you have MC.
Uh-huh.
If it's followed by a vowel,
okay,
it's Mac.
All right.
It's followed by a consonant, it's Mick.
Oh,
that's why it's McDonald's. McAfee.
Okay.
So there you go. That's knowledge you're always going to have.
Yeah, it is.
It's not useful.
No.
But there you go. I don't know that's 100% true, but it's what I found on the internet, so it has to be true.
Yeah, there's nobody lies on the internet.
Has to be true. So that's we didn't even talk, I guess, football rankings. Did you anything else? I mean, obviously,
I'm still pissed off that Utah's fucking 6th or whatever they are.
I have a problem with that. Who do they play this week?
Who gives a fuck?
It's rivalry.
Yeah. Who's rivalry to Utah?
That's why nobody gives a fuck about the Pac-12, because rivalry week is this week. I can't say that.
Yeah.
I hate that that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But
you can't say it. You can't pronounce
rivalry, it. Going through it fast. Rivalry.
Yeah.
But UCLA and USC played last week.
Yeah.
And USC's on bye this week.
Yeah, so
their season's over.
Yeah.
Why are you guys not? Playing? I know you can't get on TV.
Yeah.
But now it's phenomenal scheduling if you're making the conference championship game every year. Because now you get a week off before the conference championship, which is, hey, that's pretty cool. But now you're not playing until mid-December when you get your bowl game. Pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
But the Utah, I don't. What are you looking up there?
I'm looking up the games
porn?
This week. Earlier that was porn.
Oh.
Apparently Utah's rivalry is Colorado.
Oh my God, they're going to be Colorado sucks.
Yeah, they do.
35-3. Here we come.
You got Oklahoma State, Florida State, Iowa State, Kansas State.
Does anybody give a shit less about a game than Florida State? Florida State, do they have a team?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them other than them firing Taggart.
They've fallen off the earth.
They have. Apparently LSU's rivalry game is Texas A&M.
I'm going to tell you what.
Go Aggies.
I feel I don't respect Texas A&M.
Yeah.
They're not it's always weird.
Jimbo Fisher with the upset.
Yeah. But it feels like he needs to win a game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they did screw him over with this rankings.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have been a record if Ohio State does not jump LSU.
Yeah.
This would have been the third time Jimbo Fisher got beat by the number 1 ranked team.
Oh, nice.
This year.
It's not a good record to be on.
No, but it would have been something. But it's like you want to say he's due to win a game, even though Texas A&M's not any good.
No.
So, but you just have to say with LSU's defense.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Boy, you want to talk about how pissed off the SEC fans would be if Texas A&M knocked off LSU.
I know it. They would be so mad.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yes. Yep. Ooh. That's so you got that game. That game, it may be interesting. You never know.
Yeah. I think LSU's lack of defense makes the game interesting. I mean, it was interesting against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Just to see, 400 rushing yards or whatever the fuck. I mean,
Notre Dame, Stanford. Okay, Notre Dame should win that one. Oregon State. Penn
There's
State
another team
Rutgers.
that has just went nowhere. Or when's the last time Oregon State did anything?
They had Jaquiz Rogers on their team.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Almost 10 years ago, probably.
Well, I think you're probably in the Kelly Oregon era.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think Oregon State beat them once.
Yeah, they did with Jaquiz Rogers. Yeah.
And that's just okay.
It was like on a Thursday night or something. I think.
What do they call that matchup?
Oregon State, the Beaver versus the Duck. Sounds like a bad joke.
Yeah, but it's something. It's something. They have a name for it. Like Ohio State's the game.
Yeah,
you have the Iron Bowl. You have the Egg Bowl. What the fuck
is that? I don't know.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
I do know what you're talking about. I don't know why it's Egg Bowl.
Do you grow eggs?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't
you
really
don't grow
fucking eggs, do you? Maybe eggplants. I don't know. Where you grow chickens, and then you steal their eggs.
You grow eggs.
Maybe grow them Cadbury eggs. Those are pretty good. Only once a year.
Penn State and Rutgers.
That would be a good one. That's a fucking barn burner.
Baylor and Kansas. Wisconsin and Minnesota. Wisconsin and Minnesota.
That's played for Paul Bunyan's axe.
Wisconsin and Minnesota.
I can't do they want Paul Bunyan's axe. Mine goes a little southern.
Minnesota. It's at home against Wisconsin and Minnesota. Who wins that game?
I would like to say Minnesota, but I think Wisconsin wins.
I do too.
And I think Wisconsin wins. I think Wisconsin wins easy.
Yeah. Auburn, Alabama. I'm still taking non-Tua Alabama to beat Auburn.
You know what? I would like to say that Auburn wins that game.
Okay.
But I also would like to say, because I've been pretty adamant that Gus Malzahn's getting fired.
You're right.
If you get beat by if you're going to beat Alabama, if you don't get Alabama now,
you're not beating them.
I mean, I don't give a shit if you get a true freshman quarterback or not.
Yeah. Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's going to be a good team about 2 years.
Okay. All right.
They're getting, you got to unload all that.
Yeah.
And that was one I still never get that of, you know what, we're going to make a new hire. We want to hire a guy from Navy.
Yeah.
To bring that offense to a Power 5 conference.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
We had Calvin Johnson before you. What?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Cialis?
Yeah, Cialis. South Carolina and Clemson.
I think Clemson is going to win by 40.
Yeah, I would say Clemson just fucking throttles
Even though it'd be the greatest story in football if South Carolina won.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? You got 5 wins. Are they even bowl eligible?
They only have 4 wins.
Okay. That'd be awesome. So if they beat Clemson.
You get bowl eligible? No, they need,
you gotta have 6.
6, yeah.
You can't go to a bowl game and you beat Clemson and Georgia. At Georgia.
No, not at Clemson.
No, it's at South Carolina.
Yeah. Really crazy.
Yeah, man, that ACC. Jesus. I know we bash other conferences, but that is so bad.
It is.
I mean, bash the Big Ten too, but
yeah, God,
they're not great.
No, they're horrible.
But the ACC, the fact that you're going to go into the championship game and play Virginia, who at this point in time is not ranked.
No,
you're going to play a championship game against a team that's not ranked.
It's sad.
I know Ohio State played Northwestern, but I think they were in the top 25.
They were last
21st or whatever.
Yeah.
Not that that's any better.
Nope.
But they were in there.
Yeah. I don't care about this game, but Appalachian State and Troy.
Appalachian State all the way.
Yeah.
I'm a big Miner fan. Are they the Miners? Mountaineers? I don't know what they are.
I don't either. Boise State and Colorado State. Memphis. Am I saying that right? Memphis.
There's an S on the end.
Yeah.
No N in that.
Yeah, I can't speak. Reading's hard. Memphis and Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, both. Actually, that might be the best game of the weekend.
That's my kicker for Cincinnati. You win that game, we have one loss.
Yep.
To the number 1 team in the country, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations. Here's a bullshit bowl game.
Yeah.
That nobody cares about.
Yeah. They make the PlayStation Bowl. Be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But if anybody, the non-Power 5 schools, you're telling me, because those New Year's 6 games that, for some reason mean something when they really fucking don't. You tell me Cincinnati doesn't deserve one? They got one loss.
Yeah.
And it's to Ohio State. They get their ass kicked, but so have a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's still ranked up there. They got beat by Minnesota and got beat 30.
No, not Minnesota.
Or Illinois. And then got thrashed by Ohio State. So,
yeah. And then you got Iowa and Nebraska, and then Virginia Tech and Virginia.
Boy, there's another game nobody gives a fuck about. Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Yep, the Hokies.
Just a weird looking chicken.
Pretty much.
We're the fighting chickens.
Yeah. I wish they would just do that.
Yeah.
Like, what's your mascot? Oh, we're the fighting chickens.
Well, yeah, what is it? San Jose State, the banana slugs.
Yeah.
or Santa Barbara or whatever
something.
it is.
Or Alabama, just be the elephants.
Yeah.
Don't be the crimson. What is a crimson tide? Apparently it's an elephant.
I mean, that's
a red sea?
Like they have that kind of red crimson-y tide thing, and that's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like when the algae blooms hit and stuff like that and flow into the Gulf. Mm-hmm. That's not good.
No. So be like,
you know what? Here's what I hate.
The Alabama algaes.
I know, and the elephant. You're not the elephants. Mm-hmm. I don't know the history of why the elephant is your mascot.
Yeah, me either.
But the thing that I hate that it is when you watch their game and they score a touchdown, they do that elephant.
Yeah.
Over the.
Yeah.
I'm like,
is that what elephants sound like?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't do it. What am I, an impressionist?
I mean, you just said they make that elephant noise. I would have known what you meant.
I don't know. I can't do that shit.
You're throwing your hands up again with trunk.
But they do that sort of like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. You're not the elephants.
Yeah.
No.
But just that, the sound. It's like, if you're just watching that game going, what the fuck? Why are they making elephant sounds? I mean, maybe just let your band play. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the
it's thing third down. It's third down. Give me an elephant trunk.
Yeah, give him the elephant.
Yeah.
But I just and they went to them in Georgia have the light systems that they put in, which is pretty cool. So I assume, Ohio State is probably going to be doing that, Tennessee's and stuff like that. I don't know why I said Tennessee, but they're throwing shit at a wall, seeing what sticks. Of like, can we get anybody to come here? When does Lane Kiffin get another job?
I don't know.
I don't know why that just came out with the whole Tennessee thing, but he's done okay down there. I mean, there's not a lot he can do.
I think that's his best place.
I do too.
A small, nobody gives a fuck school.
We could jump up and beat a Power 5 school.
Yep.
But,
I'm good. And I think that's where his best spot is.
Because he always strikes me as a guy that's just always going to get in. He's always going to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, if today I said Lane Kiffin, there was a story that came out in the paper that he was getting fired because somebody went over to the house and there was like 6 cheerleaders at his house.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay.
I would believe that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, that just seems like something,
he would do. Yeah.
Like him and Rob Schneider choking people in a shower. That's believable that Rob Schneider would do that. I mean, I don't know what the guy's problem is.
Yeah, me either. Just sick, sick individual.
Picking people up at Home Depot. Yeah. That's what you do. That's how you get by.
That's how you get by.
That's how you get by. Everybody's got to do what they got to do.
Yep. That's what you're
just
into.
Living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Picking it up.
Yep.
No matter how you get to the end of that rainbow, as long as you beat the leprechaun. Well, you got anything else, man?
I do not.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll eat some turkey tomorrow.
Yep. Have a good Thanksgiving, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
All righty. Whiteside.
Bye.